Hi chat. Welcome to another stream. Man, the music is really quiet today. What is up with that? I guess it's the beginning of the song. Maybe that's what's up. Anyway, today it is Saturday, October 10th of 2020. Man, the days just keep ticking up here. The 50th Blur's Day or 250th. I don't even know what day it is anymore. Rona, that's what day it is. But yeah, welcome back to everyone. I just got out of the showers, that's why my hair's all wet. I woke up too late this morning and decided to try and squeeze in some exercise, and then yeah, didn't quite meet my normal morning schedule. So I'm been rushing to get everything set up. So we're here though, and yeah, we're gonna be working some more on pre-commit.ci today. I did a little bit offline, so I'll show you what's up with that. But let's say hi to everyone who is here. We're also going to be doing a little bit of open source. I've had a couple unread in my email inbox for a while, and I want to burn those down. So we're gonna do that. Why is my keyboard not working? Oh, I was pressing the wrong button. Problem exists between keyboard and chair. Hey, Michaela is first today. How's it going, Michaela? We've also got Rollers, we've got Beldathis, we've got Senpaz. Beldathis let other people win. I see how it is. I see. Michaela says, Happy World Mental Health Day! Indeed, indeed! And hello again, Michaela. I see you there. We've also got I Satisfied, who is here but wasn't logged in. Whoops. Oh yeah, and today, working on open source, and then, yeah, okay, today is still correct. We're doing the same thing as yesterday. But hopefully we get a little bit more done. Yes, and the bot is running today. I remembered to do that. The bot is on, but it's Anthony. Hey, what's up, Astron? Hello, welcome back. Good to see you again. The real Anthony was inside us all along. Freezing. Roller says, I'm here for the babby baby. Babby baby? Babby baby. Hey, what's up, Vape Juice Jordan? Hello. Good to see you again. If you guys don't know, I don't know how you wouldn't know Vape Juice Jordan at this point, but Jordan also streams the science and technology as part of Pogrammers. But yeah, Vape Juice Jordan usually works on React and Tailwind, and he's building an OnlyFans competitor right now called Whole Nudes, which I think is pretty funny. But yeah. Hey, what's up, TubeWorm? Hello. Good to see you. And Synonymous. Hello. As Jordan says, the only valid measurement of code quality is WTFs per minute. It's kind of funny, like when I used to work and I would read other people's code, sometimes I would just like stare at my screen and be like, what the fuck was this person thinking? Who let them write this code? But I understand that. Sometimes you gotta write code that's shitty. Well, I mean, most code is shitty, so sometimes you have to write code, full stop, I guess. But yeah, I understand that WTFs per minute metric there. Hey, what's up, Alex? Hello. Good to see you again. Welcome back. And Shaz Robot, how's it going? I just got a package in the mail that I believe is from Shaz Robot. I didn't open it because the mail person got here literally a minute before I pressed start stream, so I didn't have time to open the box. But apparently there's a fancy present from Shaz Robot. Hey, what's up, Basic PH? Hello. We're gonna be looking at your pull request today. Looks like you had time to set up the kids. It's true. Well, actually, so funny story about the kids. They were. I never took them down from last stream, so I just like switched them around so that they look like they're in a different spot from last stream. But yeah, it's basically the same setup as last stream. Which, lol. Dota2 Attitude says, Anthony, are you much of a test writer? Yes, I do like to write tests. I do like test coverage. I actually maintain a testing framework. At one point, I maintained 2 testing frameworks, although the other one's kind of dead. Which is good, because, you know, PyTest is much better than Testify ever was. But it's kind of good that it's gone. Hey, what's up, RubadubTV? Hello. RubadubTV also streams on Twitch. You should check out their channel as well. Back in the day when I had a job, F, yeah. Donatha says, wasn't it something that sounds like TikTok? Oh yeah, like TikTok? I think that was the secondary name for it. I don't really remember though. Elmander says, my personal Wi-Fi is not working, but the shopping mall's Wi-Fi, which is 50 to 8 meters away, is working. That's unfortunate. Dota 2 Attitude says, is Anthony doing Hacktoberfest / PRs to his repos? Most of the open source stuff I'm going to be doing today is going to be reviewing other people's PRs. I, unintentionally have already completed Hacktoberfest just based on other stuff. But yeah. Dota 2 Attitude says, can I get your opinion on a test I spit up? Sure, yeah, feel free to post links or whatever you want to do. TikTok away, yeah. Hey, what's up, Jugmac? I love how there's still Zope.testrunner. Ooh. I have not used Zope.testrunner. Maybe that's because I haven't written any Zope, so maybe that's a good thing or a bad thing. And Jordan says, how can I convince guys at work that we should use rebase instead of merge? I'm not gonna lie. You mean like for final integration of the branch, or do you mean for like development on a feature branch? Because I prefer merge for integration, personally, but I do use I use rebase workflow when I'm working on my own, personal stuff. Valdetha says, why is unit test not Pepe compliant, way too old? Yes, it is. It is one of the oldest modules in Python, and it has not been changed for the new Pep8 stuff. Like I think the unit test module predates Pep8 by like 8 years or something like that. Oh, so in some JavaScript, fix some slow auth tests. Why were they slow before? Okay, this is actually pretty short. We can read this. So this is in the actual test. This is in the actual module. Okay, so I see. So it was made so that these parameters can be substituted. And then in this test, so this was literally just calling out to Twitch? Amazing. Yeah, this seems like a good fix, I guess. I would make sure that your mocked HTTP thing responds the same as a normal HTTP client, but other than that, yeah, seems decent. Hey, what's up, Plassword? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. How much did this speed up the test? I guess I can read the description. You mentioned on stream the speed of your test. This PR fixes the auth test to be fast. How much faster? I don't know what it actually does. But yeah, that looks good. Astron says developing, not finalizing. Honestly, for like developing, I'm okay with anyone using whatever workflow they're comfortable with. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Where's my mute button? Ah. God damn it! Now I don't have to sneeze. This always happens. Not a hill I die on kind of thing. Yeah, I feel like that. Rebases on master sound like effort. I mean, when I'm doing local development, I will rebase. But that's because I, care about how my commits look. But, a lot of organizations just don't care, and that's okay. Like, as long as you can kind of trace what was going on, it's mostly fine. I don't know, I remember some branches at Yelp would have like 50 to 100 merge master commits, which is just like, great, cool. This history is awful. And it did end up making like a performance issue after 10 plus years of 100 to 500 developers contributing to a single code base and like millions and millions of commits. But there were things that made it much worse than that, like people checking in, gigabyte files and then being like, whoops, after it got merged, and then like, you know, it's kind of hard to rebase a branch where 500 plus developers are dependent on it. So yeah, that was a whole mess. But whatever are you gonna do? I guess. Emma says, "What is Zope? I've seen several mentions of it in Twitter, and I know it's quite old stuff. Is that like before Wizzy?" I'm actually not super familiar with Zope. I just know that it's a really old Python project that has many different modules to it. I think I've only worked with 1 or 2 of the Zope modules, and they were kind of tangential to the core of Zope, so it's not really stuff that I didn't actually work on the actual core parts. It was the first web application server in Python. Guido and all worked on it like 20 plus years ago. Wow. Nowadays it supports WSGI. Beforehand it had Z server. From seconds to 16 milliseconds. Nice. Nilium has set the MOTD to MOTD. Nice. This is the most common value that the MOTD gets set to. Tumor says, I kind of want squashes, but without the squashes. How do I get squashes without the squashes in Git? So I assume what you want is like a linear history on the master branch, right? So normally if you do get log, you'll get both the merge commits and the actual commits. And you can see that with log graph. I usually do 1 line decorate. So you can see like the individual merges here. But if you do first parent in log, you will just get the mainline commits, so it'll ignore all of the crafty nonsense. So this is kind of like squash without squashing. This is what I'll scroll up 1 thing so you can see the command. This is what I do, or what I look at when I do what are they called? Change logs. This is what I look at for change logs because I like merge commits, and this is a nice way to give you the other view of it. It's just this line, get log first parents, and you can also add 1 line if you want. I guess I can do a video on this. Video idea. Only show main line commits. Even with merge workflow. Cool. Jugmax says, we released 5.0 last week. One app I maintain is 15 plus years old and business critical and works like a charm. That's kind of amazing. There's not really a comparison between HP requests and stuff that runs in RAM speed-wise for testing. Yeah, that's totally correct. Beldaz says, if you want to sneeze, you can sniff pepper powder. I don't think I'm gonna sniff pepper powder. James Wayne says, wait, we went from making commands to not talk about live coders to setting in the title. Oh. No, it was in the title last stream. Did I forget to update it for this stream? I'm just gonna leave it there. Yeah, it was in the title last stream, James Wayne. But, oh, I should update the command. That's a good point. Plugins, blah, 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 blah. Simple. I'm just gonna link to the VOD and the commands because I have not put it up on Twitch yet. Twitch.tv/internetscode/ no /videos. This one? Yeah. Live coders, watch the beginning of this VOD. Oops. Hey, what's up, D Kim? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. And over basically what happened and why we are building a new team called Programmers. Okay, restart the bot so it picks that up. But yeah, I did talk about it last stream, so I'm not gonna reiterate it this stream. Dodo2 Attitude says this Anthony guy is pretty good at fumbling through editors. A little bit, yeah. A little bit. Nilium says, is that the log of all commit? When you use first parent, it will omit any of the non-mainline commits. So that's what's different. But yeah, otherwise it's all of the commits, and you can, you know, page down till the beginning of time, and you can see this was the first commit in pre-commit way back in 2014. Back when there was pre-commit.ci. Real old school stuff. Astron says, it's an IRC for you that you use for chat in the terminal. This is my own chatbot. It's Twitch's protocol, which is kind of a superset and subset of IRC. It's like kind of IRC, kind of not. But yeah, it's you can connect to it with most IRC clients. But yes, it's you know, something that looks like the IRC protocol. But yeah, we wrote it from scratch in Python, and yeah, you can check it out. Oh, Senpaz, thank you for the link as well. Turum says, I crave more drama, Anthony. I don't have any new drama today. Morale says, I thought that was Lisp. Nope, just a bunch of Python tuples and lists. Oh, in this file here? Yeah, this is just it's a thing where I loop over it later to build some commands, but it's easier to just write it out like this instead of writing it out slightly different, but yeah. And these are some of the chat command aliases, so you can see those here. These are actually just the aliases for this file, but anyway, that's yeah, that's those. Drink Time, which says, I'm making a tool called postcommit which just prints an ASCII cat saying good job. So cool thing about pre-commit is it actually supports the post-commit hook. So if you wanted to plug it into pre-commit, you could. It would be pretty straightforward. Yeah, so you could do that. Easily says best commit message Ruby should work now. Wait, where is that? I mean, that was one of the first things that that we did in pre-commit, was to support JavaScript, Ruby, and Python. OMG, we're running a hook. To be fair, the first chunk of pre-commit, there was a lot of alcohol, so. Also backwards merges, which is wunderbar, but you know, that's the way things go. Oh, we had installed JS hint and SCSS lint to try and make those work. Kind of cool though. It was mostly working after, you know, well, it was based on old code that I had written, so it wasn't like it took that much work to get it working, but it was mostly working there. Belnetta says, random question, did you have some inspirations when you were working on DX? What is DX, Belnathus? I don't know what you're referring to. Umbarku says, first rule of Twitch streamers who program, write your own chatbot. Yeah, that's kind of true. Yeah, that's kind of true. There's a lot of people that have written their own chatbots, although, you know, Nightbot's decent, and a lot of people use Nightbot as well. Drunk Time Mode says, so I plugged post-commit into pre-commit, so all that's left is actually committing something into an actual project. Yeah, exactly. Noob44 says, OMG isn't in the imperative terrible commit. Also Heil. Yeah, well, I honestly didn't think this thing was going to be as big as it ended up being, so this was before. Oh, here's the Ruby should work now commit. I found it. These are really, really, really old commit messages. Some of them are, you know, proper imperative, but some of them are alcohol. The best commit messages are dash. Do you mean dash please bird TV? But yeah. Like Time Lord says dash m dash m dash. Yeah. Clipterus says, why is every initial commit message initial commit? actually have a video about this. So you can check out why I make an initial empty commit at the beginning of every Git repo. But that video goes over that as well. Senpai says, will Anthony build a chatbot in Rust once he tries it on stream? I don't think I'm going to rewrite this chatbot. I think I'm pretty happy with what this does right now. Hey, what's up, Yodroid? Hello, hello. Okay, so I want to show you what I did since yesterday. I worked a little bit, so I moved a bunch of the scripts around here. What is this commit? Yeah. I moved a bunch of the scripts around because I realized that I was deploying these, and I don't need to deploy these at all. So, and I worked a little bit on the deploy status script, which just outputs this right now. So it looks at the ASG and finds whatever launch template it's using. Oh, also I switched from launch configurations to launch templates because apparently launch templates are the new thing and are easier to manage than launch configurations. So I'm switching from templates to configs to templates. Really confusing. But I basically had launch configs working, and then I just deleted all the code and started over. So this is after I started over. Why is this none? That's not right. Scripts, deploy. Oh, this should be return. I haven't done this other thing yet. Okay, there. This is better. So what it does is it looks up the HG, it finds the launch template, finds what version it's at, then it loads that version of the launch template, so it grabs the AMI out of that, so it finds this AMI here, then it looks up that AMI to find its name and its tags, but I haven't used the tags yet. We'll be using those to do this feature, to figure out what version of the code is deployed. So that's what this does. And then we also list all of the AMIs that are around, and I should also list all of the snapshots as well. But that's what I got working so far. I'm planning to make this actually do writes as well, to do the actual deployment part. But the first thing before we go further on this is I need to be able to tag the AMI that gets built. So, oh, dripping water on myself. No. So I need to figure out how to do that. I'm not quite sure how that works, but I'm going to look into Packer. Packer EC2 tags. Amazon EBS builder. There we go. Tags. Tags to apply to the volumes that are launched to create the AMI. So not that. Tags. Key value pair. Tags mapping to the API. This is a template engine. This is a template engine. What does that mean? Oh, okay, so you can put variables in there. Okay, so that's good. So we're gonna make a new script for building the AMI, because I realize now that I need to take an input for the revision so that I can put it in a tag. Exit main f main int return 0 import subprocess. So we can probably do with OS. Actually, we do need subprocess as well. Okay, so I want to figure out what version we're deploying, and I have a command for that already. In here somewhere? Yes, git describe always dirty abbrev 40. Git revision stir. Subprocess.check output. It's not gonna fit on one line, so we'll move it up here. Git describe always dirty abbrev 40. return.strip.decode. Pre-commit.ci revision equals get revision. Oh, I did the JavaScript true again. That's the second time in 2 days that I've done that. That's crazy. There's a way to send variables. Variables for templates can be initialized multiple times, so we don't actually need to do this. Packer build, packer/ami.json, and -var rev equals revision. Exec VP command 0 command. This is actually no return, which is kind of cool. Typing import no return. What you guys don't know about no return? Explains no return. I got a video about that. As Jordan says, have you tried any Go? Yes, I've written a bunch of Go. In fact, I've written a bridge between Python and Go as well. Called Setup Tools Golang, which allows you to write CPython extensions in Go if you wanted to. There's a whole bunch of like weird error messages that it has, but it works. I've used it to build a bindings for the Dockerfile parser in Docker, so you can use the true parser from Python, which is kind of cool. Runtime which says I actually use VS Code to publish my repos, so it does the initial commit for me, called initial commit, all lowercase. Interesting. New 44 says, but actually, how religious are people about their commit structure / content? I like to keep mine very, very consistent and useful. So, yeah, it doesn't really matter all that much, but. Tubeworm says, yell at me, daddy, for not using my fancy standing desk. Ooh. Oh, you have a standing desk? Hey, Melky is here. How's it going, Melky? Welcome back. Good to see you. If you guys don't know Melky somehow, Melky also streams on Twitch, so check out their content as well. Melky's working on his thesis. How's everyone's weekend? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Hey, what's up, Centos1235? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Mbarku says command equals schlex.split. Yeah, I know about schlex.split. I don't like to use it. I would rather be explicit about what I'm doing, and if I don't need to import schlex, I'm not going to import schlex. So I'm going to do it like this. I find that this is better anyway. Also, I wouldn't have been able to do this quite properly. Also, you run the risk if you're using formatted strings with schlex.split of shell injection, which is not good. You don't want shell injection. I guess it's not shell injection. It's more like, you know, splice splitting. Then you'd have to use schlex.quote, and then I don't know. You're down a rabbit hole when you could just use a tuple in the first place. But yeah, you can post links. Go ahead and post links, Noob404. Joke says, I'm currently speedrunning the 30 days of Google Cloud program. It's supposed to be done in 30 days. I'm planning to do it this weekend. Damn. Bormori says, why are you leaving the lab coder? So I've already left. Thank you for posting, or for doing the command, Drunk Time Lord. Hey, what's up, Memps? Hello. Good to see you. Milky says, what? I'm streaming for Christmas vibes already. I want tangerines. What? What? Christmas vibes? It's fucking October. It's not Christmas time. What are you doing? Milky says, you down to have a stream or we play Pokemon? Yeah, I'd be down to play some Pokemon. I can only stream Twitch games. Twitch games, Switch games of Pokemon. But yeah, I could do that. My capture card has been fixed. Well, fixed. It got replaced. So I can stream again. My Switch, which is cool. Hey, what's up, Foodoo? Hello, hello. Who says hi? Do you know assembly? I know several flavors of assembly. We actually we spent 2 streams when I probably should have been working on things that were not this thing, implementing a FizzBuzz in a int code assembly. Int code is a made-up assembly language that has 10 instructions or something like that. But you can see this is the output code for int code. This is the canonical form. I made my own little parser so I could have comments and stuff to kind of explain what the code is doing. But here's my version of FizzBuzz in int code using essentially assembly. I also had my own function calling construct, although I cheated a lot because I didn't want to. I'd written it wrong in the first place, and I didn't want to switch to using an actual stack, so I just left the sort of global variables and sort of bouncing around variable stuff. But yeah, I guess, you know, you could say I know assembly. I wrote a different assembly that was similarly low level in college. Acetylene/X 370, and this was called LC2K, Little Computer 2000 or something like that. And we had to implement our own assembler and simulator. And this is a bit of code that I'm particularly proud of. We were asked to implement a multiplier in assembly, and the constraints that we were optimizing for were least number of instructions and least number of execution instructions. And so mine was both the shortest and the fastest implementation. And it uses a shifting bit shift multiplier. So it's logarithmic time multiplication. Which was kind of cool. Log 2, I guess, because it's 2, base 2. But anyway, this was a teeny tiny assembly language and an assembler. But yeah, we were only working with I forget why this. I actually don't remember quite how this works, and I also mostly came up with it while I was in like a half asleep stupor. I like woke up and had some of this written down. I didn't remember writing any of it down, and it worked. That was kind of cool. But anyway, that's multiply. I think there's some other ones in here. What is comb? Yeah, this one was nice because it actually had a function call. A function call instruction, whereas int code does not have a function call instruction. I don't remember what this thing does. Something. I don't think I wrote any more. Test case generator. Oh my god, this was so annoying. We were trying to, I think this was to test a memory allocator, and one of the parts of our assignment was to write test cases that would expose bugs in the teacher's implementation. And I had written out all my test cases, and I had 100% test coverage and branch coverage on my code. So what that told me is that the teacher's implementation had either unnecessary complexities or maliciously wrong code. And so if they're going to play with maliciously wrong code, I'm going to generate test cases and submit those instead. And sure as shit, like, my generated test cases caught their bugs, so that was pretty fun. But yeah, like, this is just like fucking garbage that my generating program generated. And This was actually supplied to us. No idea. What? What is this supposed to be? Oh, this one's got mixed tabs and spaces. What the fuck is going on here? Gross. This one is also generated. As is this one. This is another sample. But anyway. Yes, I know some assembly. Hey, what's up, Mario Duval? Hello, hello. Cupid Lover, welcome to the stream. Shazro's gotta go do work stuff, so be back later. Well, thanks for stopping by. Esdrin says, what are teams and what are they good for? Oh, you mean on Twitch? We're still trying to figure out what exactly we want to do with our team. I think for the most part, what we want to do is just have like a group of quality streamers where, you know, if we're thinking about raiding someone, they're a good raid target. They're, you know, there to support each other and occasionally do like, you know, cross stream stuff and collaborative content and that sort of deal. But we're still kind of working out what our mission is for our stream team. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Saga Gamer? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. Timer says, speaking of assembly, read Jeff Dunteman. It's great. I see. Assembly language step by step. But it says, I love Tony Sean's random giggles, especially in podcasts. Yeah. Yeah. It happens a lot. Flutter also has great command messages and has more stars than the Linux kernel somehow. Interesting. Hey, what's up, Harshit? Hello, hello. Good to see you. Embez says, I've listened to Christmas songs recently, that's why I went with those vibes already. Sorry, I probably worded it the wrong way the first message. No, it's all good. It's all good. Yoderdroid said, I spent too much time debugging code recently. A statement like this was my issue. It is valid Python, but does not do what it seems to do. Indeed, that is a sneaky type annotation. Which is probably why you should run a type checker. Cyberbunny says, what Vim theme is this? I do actually have a command for theme. But it's we're not running Babby. Oh, the bot triggered on your on Linux there. I'm surprised it triggers in the middle of a URL. Tour says, I'm waiting for Evil Anthony arc involving getting ad cuts. What does that mean, Two-Bird? What does that mean? Oh, you mean like from the stream team? No, that's not happening. Okay, so I think this is good. Variables. Do I need to do this? I don't know how this works. I think we just receive the variable. Tags. Revision. Rev? I think that's how this works. Congrats on reaching the bottom of the chat. Yeah, I caught up. It's good. It's good. Borimori says, who gets to join Podgrammers? We also haven't decided that either. But we'll be figuring that out as the days progress. It's been one day. Like we can chill. We can figure it out. But yeah. I think this is what we're going to do to write the revision there. This looks like it's in the wrong location. Yes, that is in the wrong location. How did this work? That should be here. So I think these fit on one line, so I'm just gonna do that. Yeah. Hopefully this works. We'll see what this does. Python-m scripts.build AMI. Well, that didn't work. Hacker build file var thing. Why you no work? Packer build packer ami.json dash var rev equals this. Oh my god. I fucking hate Go programs that do this shit. This is the problem. The problem is this positional argument needs to be at the end because Go. Because Go. Packer slash ami.json. Fucking Go. Can't we have nice GNU things? Yeah, see, that worked. Function rev not defined. This is supposed to be user rev? Maybe? Mibs? Mibs? Oh, now you no longer fit on one line. Oops. Let's try that now. Hey, what's up, m2dev.net? Hello, hello. Harshit says, I was doing some dynamic programming problems this morning. That shit is hard. It's just caching, right? Borimori says, no, I think this is urgent. Got that FOMO. That's funny. Drink Timer says, it's hard to learn though. You'll have to keep doing it until you get it. New 44 says, I'm curious why cat triple thing rev versus echo rev. They both do the same thing. The double curly braces is a thing from Packer, not from Bash. The triple arrows is take this string as an input. So if you do like cat hello world, it will print hello world. This is the same as doing echo hello world. In some cases, it can save you a unnecessary echo or cat, which syntax error redirection unexpected. Huh. That must mean that it did this wrong. Packer passing variables. We're gonna switch that to echo. Because it might be running it with sh shell and not bash, so echo this. Do you fit on one line now? Yeah, almost. Yeah, you do. User variables. Oh, I need to define it in the variable thing? I think, maybe? Maybe? Rev... empty string? Yeah. Let's try that. Nilliam says, Python wants to become a strongly typed language. I think it's incrementally typed is the better word. Python itself is technically strongly typed in that, there is not type coercion. But I think what you mean is statically typed, not strongly typed. And yeah, with MyPy, you can use a static type checker, which is pretty cool. Yeah, that's right, Noob44. I was trying to do some leak code, hard on DP, probably some of my brain cells died. Yeah. Drunk Thomas says, if you want to speed it up, add types to the slow parts. That's one way that MyPy seems to be heading. Yeah, with MyPy-C especially. Pixu says, please, Anthony, can you recommend me an ergonomic split keyboard like the one you have? Well, I mean, this is one choice. There's also the Freestyle 2, which is a little bit cheaper than this one. And then there's the, what's the really fancy one? The Advantage. Those are all Kinesis keyboards. Admittedly, I am slightly biased because I got this keyboard for free from Kinesis, so disclaimer. But yeah, I like it. It works. Harsha says, dynamic is kind of like caching, but it's very hard to observe the pattern. Kind of. I mean, it really is just like a fancy word for caching. William says, if you declare an int variable, that variable will change type or will still behave like the past version. In Python, the type annotations are just fancy comments. They don't actually do anything at runtime unless you use something that post-processes them, such as MyPy-C or Python or Nuitka, or I don't know, there's like 5 or 6 of them.
Howdy, 4 months of having no clue what you're doing in Python while I try to get motivation to code myself. Keep it up.
Mr. Jake, thank you for resubscribing. 4 months! Having no clue what you're doing in Python, that's great. Love it. Thank you for the reset.
After several hours of refactoring, I VS Code bugged and deleted every file. How's your day going?
Oh, shit! Mr. Metabytes, thank you for resubscribing. Alright, you changed your name. You're just Metabytes now. Thank you as well for resubscribing. At 9 months, just there to one-up Fixter Jake, I see. VS Code deleted all your files? That's fucked. That sucks, man. Sorry about that. My day's going pretty well. Yours does not sound like it's going well. I'm so sorry. But thank you for the reset. Appreciate that. Hey, Troubled Incel, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. What is this output? Oh, my armor F with set-x. Deleting all these things that don't need to be there. I was gonna leave myself a to-do. Oh, we gotta fix this thing too. We have to fix this thing to do as well. After launch. And probably clean up GC and France in image. Can you rephrase the models again? Yeah, Drunk Time Lord's got you. Drunk Time Lord, put them in chat. William says, so where is the necessity to define the type at the variable declaration then? So in most cases you don't need to do it at variables. The type checker or compiler can imply them if they're initialized. But sometimes, you know, you can configure MyPy to tell you when you should add type annotations for ambiguous things, and so then you can fill those in. But otherwise it just requires return values and function parameters. Those are really the main inputs to the type checker. I have a video if you want to check out my thoughts about MyPy and getting started with static type checking. So check out the second one here, Introduction to Python Typing in MyPy, where I go over a lot of that information there. VS fixed your code. Sometimes my remote SSH extension freaks out and repeats my last action like a dozen times. Oh no. What a mess. Dependency injection with type annotations. That sounds complicated. So you can import the class just to annotate and get the dependency. Oh yeah, you can do dependency injection with annotations as well. There's a couple of frameworks for that as well. Grapevine says, really shows you can only truly rely on Vim. Oh, because VS Code ruined his day. Yeah, that's kind of funny. I'm not using Vim though. Cupid Lover says, guys, my IT department doesn't give us access to the SQL server. What's the best way to store and maintain data? XML. Restricted to Office applications. I'm a fan of SQLite as like a nice portable SQL server. If you want to go with that. But yeah, I don't know. I probably wouldn't pick XML, but it is a decently, you know, structured data type. I just feel like XML is perhaps a little bit dated in 2020. I dropped frames again today. Oh, god damn my internet. At least I only dropped like 200 frames, so it's not a huge deal. Delete one file became delete all of them. Oh no. Arshit says, I'm thinking about starting streaming competitive programming. Any suggestion? You mean like as for streaming on Twitch? I think, you know, my advice, I should really put this in a video. It's in my to-do list. My to-do list has not gotten shorter. I haven't been able to record in a couple days. But my like TLDR advice is you don't need super fancy tech to stream. Like I have a cheap camera from 2008. I have a $100 microphone, and even that is perhaps slightly overkill. I have a overly powerful computer, but you can stream on a laptop, like any, you know, decent laptop. My advice is mostly around like being personable and approachable, and like talking to yourself even when you don't have viewers, interacting with chat, like, you know, building out a community that way. And you know, I think the biggest part of Twitch streaming, and like, I don't know, you guys can probably tell me better than I can, like the reason that people come back is from the interactions and like, you know, seeing the person on stream and not necessarily all of the stuff that they're working on. Although, you know, interesting content is of course also a plus, but I guess that's kind of my advice there. Fixer Jake says, just saw the start of yesterday's VOD. Crazy stuff. Glad you're out of there. Yeah, me too. Me too, Fixer Jake. To be fair, VS Code deleted everything. Your commits wouldn't exist either unless you push every commit as you go. Yeah, that's true. Metabyte says, the one silver lining here is that it wasn't a work project. That almost seems worse. Your personal projects is gone. Hey, what's up, Rexroof? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Are you afraid of others judging you for being a noob? Yo, everyone makes mistakes on Twitch, including me. I guess the other thing is like, set up a password manager. Don't type your passwords on stream. And if you're working with sensitive credentials, know how to rotate them quickly because you will leak them. Everyone that I know that has worked with sensitive stuff on stream has leaked their credentials, including myself, multiple times. And that's just the way things go. But yeah. Okay, so this built AWS EC2 describe images, image names this. That's clearly not what the parameter is. What is the parameter? Image IDs, not names. Image IDs. Cool. So we ended up with our revision tag there. That's what I wanted to see. That's good. That is good. So I think if I run my python-m scripts.deploy status. We should see both of those AMIs now. You can see both of these here. Oh, I should have put the revision in the name. That would have made sense. That would have made sense. Runner. Like so. I'm kind of tripling up on the naming and the tagging here. We've got one in the AMI name, one on disk, and one in the tags. Let's rebuild that just to be thorough here. Personally, I just don't like pushing commits that are in a non-working state. Also, second to Noom 44, I've never had local commits blown away before. I think this is a series of unfortunate events kind of thing, rather than a common blunder. Yeah, that makes sense. Trick Timer says, I come back for purely personal Python learning reasons, not all for the personality. I see. I Satisfied says, I hate Python, but I still come back for Anthony. Java greater than all. Tuberp says, and use two-factor in case you inevitably leak your passwords. Yes, that is another good idea as well. DKim says, Packer is new to me. Is the choice to use it over something like Docker preferential or required by dependent tooling? So, I would like to use Docker. So I am using Docker for parts of this project. However, the bit that I'm building right now requires fine-grained control over the container runtime. It starts containers itself and starts them as separate users. And I could do that with container and like privileged containers and, you know, sharing user state and mounting sockets and like doing all this shenanigans, but it's much, much simpler to think about and reason about when it's just running directly on the system. And so I'm building a particular system image and I'm using Packer to do that for me. But that's most of the reason. But yeah, good question. I am using Docker elsewhere. I'm actually not using Docker, I'm using Podman, which is an alternative container runtime that is rootless and daemonless. So it has slightly more security and is slightly easier to manage from an infrastructure perspective. Rexer says, great advice, quick scripts for rotating cloud keys are important when you're streaming your desktop. Yes, indeed. Airways C says, what about streaming a virtual desktop? I've seen people use that as well.
Gotcha.
People do that
Thanks
as well.
for the great detailed explanation.
Hey, Deacon, thank you for the bits. Appreciate that. Streaming a virtual desktop. I mean, this is a virtual machine. What do you mean? Do you mean like streaming on a separate computer? I have seen people use that setup where like they'll work on their laptop and stream through a capture card into their computer. I think Jordan actually streams like that. A few other streamers do as well. But yeah, that's a decent setup. I prefer to just run directly on the machine though. Rexer says, if you're working with your cloud account on stream, you'll still need the keys available. Yeah, that's true. I'm working with a cloud account here, so these keys are available on disk. So I fortunately haven't shown my Amazon account keys yet. I think those are would be the most costly ones to accidentally on stream, but I've showed my Twitch creds like 3 or 4 times. I haven't shown my stream key though, so that's pretty good. But I've shown my chatbot creds like twice. I've shown my Streamlabs widget key. I have typed passwords on streams twice with Keyboard Cam. One of them was my Windows password. The other was my Puppet Labs password, which fine. I just rotated the Puppet Labs one and created a new Windows password. But yeah, like it happens. You gotta be careful. Time Lord says WSL2 just launched Wayland server, so you can have Ubuntu GUI now. Ooh, that's cool. I still can't switch though, because I still run other VMs, and it takes over the hypervisor, so I can't do that. But that's pretty cool. New password manager Twitch chat. Tuber says, I come here and wait until somebody donates for the buttons to unbutton so I can have some quality time for free. Oh, Tuber. Yeah, there haven't been any gift subs today. It's true, it's true. Everybody says, also if you have a KVM switch and are using two machines, make sure you don't send your password to Twitch chat instead of logging into your other machine. Yeah, indeed. Indeed. Tubrim says, can I do Podman entirely without root? You can indeed. So, Podman run rm/ti Ubuntu Focal. This is running entirely without root. This root user is actually my user, but it's some user ID translation. And if we look pscf grab Podman, it makes this horribly long command, but if we look at this one, you can see that it's just running, you know, a Podman process here. It does do some like slightly weird process juggling, so like this process got reparented on this process. This process. Oh, this is systemd user. It looks like systemd, yeah, systemd user. In fact, there is still a pseudo daemon. Kind of. It's not a system daemon, so it's a little bit easier to manage. But anyway, yeah, this is entirely without root, which is pretty cool. Why do you have BSD, says Belnathis. I've had to debug a few things that only reproduced on BSD. One of them, that I recall annoyingly, is a bug in NPM. That's not what I wanted. I wanted issues. Let's see if it should be in my pretty recent issues, because I think I opened this relatively recently. It's sad that no one has looked at this. Been forever. Where is it? Maybe it's further back than I remember it being. Here we go. npm install -g dot with an npm config prefix which is a rooted symlink such as the FreeBSD home results in no end. I originally was only able to reproduce this on BSD, so I reproduced it in Docker by doing a similar thing. But if you delete home and make home a symlink to another directory, and then create a user which has the root of their home directory being a symlink, and then set npm config prefix to something inside that home directory, then npm always crashes. And it's because it does some incorrect relative pathing, which goes one past the root of the file system. But yeah, FreeBSD, lol. That's why I FreeBSD. Yes, I use Podman specs, indeed. Xsurf says, have you run into any odd things that Podman can't do that Docker can do? I think the only like weirdnesses I've run into so far are like tiny things around standard output and building, but in all those cases I've been able to work around them so far. So not really, but yeah. That Podman command is why devs need 49-inch wide monitors. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's a chunky command here. Okay, let's look at our deploy status now. Cool! Now we can see our AMI that we built, and we also see our 2 old AMIs. And we're gonna write some code to clean up these old AMIs and keep this one around, which should be pretty cool. Noob44 says, wait, how did you find that bug to begin with? So the reason I found that bug was someone reported a bug on pre-commit that had a very, very strange output that I couldn't reproduce. They told me to try it on FreeBSD. I tried it on FreeBSD and it worked, which was weird. But back and forth with this person for a while. Eventually was able to reproduce. So this was me being able to reproduce it working, which was weird. And then we eventually ended up finding that it only worked. It worked inside the shell for some reason, which is another weird thing. But then I was able to eventually reproduce it in FreeBSD. But it took it took a lot. It took 26 comments of back and forth to figure this out. I did eventually commit a workaround, I think. Maybe I didn't. No, I think I just... Oh, yeah, I put a workaround. Use the real path of the cache route. Yeah, so there's a workaround in pre-commit, but yeah. Hey, what's up, Pandemic Watch? Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? I've been bunked 40 times on stream. I'm actually catching up to Michaela. That's crazy. Crazy time. Pugrimmers, that's clever. I like it, right? I thought it was clever, too. Droid says, we've been consistently having 100 plus viewers over the last few streams. I wonder what bumped it from the 60 to 80 usually earlier. Holy crap, we have a ton of viewers right now. What is going on? 111? You guys are really turning out today. I don't know. I don't know what changed. But did the NPM people fix it? No, it hasn't been fixed yet. Presumably the bots will end up closing it. I'm gonna go fill up my water though. I will be right back. I'll see you guys in a sec. Alright, I'm back. Hello. I realized that I need to draw something so that I can wrap my head around what I need to do for this thing. So we're gonna get out some MS Paint, do some drawing here. We have an ASG here. And we have a launch template. Launch template. And a launch template has launch template versions. This is like V1. This is V2. And an ASG references a launch template version. This little arrow there. And these reference the launch template. And they also reference AMIs. We have AMIs down here. AMI 1, AMI 2, and AMI 3. So let's use a different color line here. Ooh, that's not what I wanted. There we go. So those reference AMIs. And AMIs reference snapshots. And when we packer build, we build an AMI and a snapshot. And our build script is going to... so the plan for our build script is to build a new launch template version. Oops, that's supposed to be a square. A new launch template version. And point that at whatever AMI that we're building. Say we're building AMI v3. And then we're going to... I don't know why it changed one part of this down here. And then we're going to change the ASG to reference this instead. So that's the plan for the deploy script. But we have to basically juggle all of these primitives. Also, another part of the deploy script that I want to do is to delete old AMIs and snapshots. So that is the plan. That is what's going on here. iSatisfied says I started in Minecraft programming, so Java, and I haven't had a reason to learn any other language since Java can do everything I wanted to do. Since all personal, I have no reason for speed. Yeah, that makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. Rexer says it's that sweet packer output attracting viewers. Nice. Superm says I've dabbled in game modding as well, and now I have a well-paying job as a developer of high-frequency trading applications written in the Crusader Kings event scripts language. That's funny. Bigtimewood says I just finished my 3rd internship yesterday. Got some fat paychecks, can get a proper desk set up now. Nice. Congrats. I actually did 2 internships thanks to lockdown, 6 months of working. That was fun. Nice. Hey, what's up, the Endless River? Hello, hello. Welcome back, and we've got some MS Paint out today. So yeah, let's delete these 2 AMIs since they're not gonna look like these ones at all. Oh, we also missed follows from Asteroid TK and the Geek Penguin. Thank you both for following. Welcome to the stream. Okay, we got to log into AWS, which means that I gotta do this again. Ugh. Copy, paste. And sign in with the root user, because I still haven't done my AMI setup, or not AMI, IAM setup yet. Need to do that at some point. Where's my phone? Here we go. Wait, Paint can do curves? Indeed, Paint can do curves. Only simple curves though. Only two-part Bezier curves. Or two-point Bezier curves, whatever they're called. I've actually never heard that word pronounced out loud, so it's very likely that I am saying it incorrectly. Like it might be Bezier. Some French-ass curves. But yeah. Been using paint.net for ages. I also use paint.net. I like it as well. And Watch says, I think you should stream with the AR beard full stop. Oh, Pandemic Watch, were you watching the last 12-hour stream where we were playing with Snapchat filters and I had a beard? it was pretty funny. The problem is I don't actually grow a very good beard. This part of my face is like super patchy, but I don't know, I get the full neck beard though. Chopper says, hey Anthony, just curious, what are the best sources for getting started in Python? I think I have a video about this. Yeah, so check out my video about getting started with programming. This has some generic programming advice in general, but also some Python specific advice. There's a few sources where I recommend in there, like learnpython.org and what's the other one called? Real Python are two good sources that I usually recommend. 100 Paint is the best. System 1100 says, is Amazon S3 cheaper or Cloudinary? Not heard of Cloudinary. And probably the answer is it depends. Full potential of media. I guess this is purely... Oh, Lyft is using them. Really? They weren't when I left. Maybe they were using it for something else. Oh, no, I remember. They were just starting to work with this provider. I remember now. So Cloudinary is very specific for images, it looks like. And you would need to write your own pipeline for doing resizing. Credits. What are credits? 1 credit equals 1,000 transformations or a gigabyte managed storage or 1 gigabyte net viewing bandwidth or 500 video processing seconds. This seems expensive. Oh, is this... Oh, per month. This is so fucking sneaky. 89 per month yearly. It's actually not bad for what it provides you. But I don't know. I don't really need either. I don't really need to do either of them because I'm not doing massive image upload processing stuff. It's French? Oh, then it's probably Bezier, right? Guess we can Google it, right? It's gonna be like, this is a minute-long video. Where's the...
Bezier.
Bezier, okay. Alright. This is correct, but seems like way too much emphasis on the bay. Also, I think saying your words at different paces would be good. Slow, regular talking speed, and then quick talking speed. In American English, it sounds like Bezier curve. Interesting. Okay, cool. Well, I learned something today. Tuber says, sounds like some boilerplate running on AWS. Yeah, that makes sense. Automate the boring things is what I'm working through. So Al Swickert actually streams on Twitch. He is a character. I don't really like his content personally, but he's a bit of a character. He intentionally avoids Pepe and then yells at people about it, which I think is silly. But that's the way things go, I guess. Viewer says, Real Python is a beast. Nice. Indeed, indeed. Android says, there was a good one called Learn Python the Hard Way, but they seem to have done something to it now. Huh. Yeah, that sounds familiar. I don't remember where it's from, though. Hey, what's up, Pratik? Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Busy, yay. There we go. System 1100 says, I'm creating a Udemy clone for my country and I'm still cracking my head on what image and video processor I should use. Yeah, that's going to be a tricky one. I think Twitch, actually, or sorry, Amazon has their own streaming platform as a service thing now based on some of the Twitch code. So that's another option as well. As it says, what is your monthly AWS bill for pre-commit.ci? It is not much right now. It is like 40 cents or something. 30 cents. It looks like I spent $1 last month, but that was because I goofed on something. Most of it right now is the secrets, which I have 2 secrets. So it is charging me 25 cents a month for them. Or I guess it's $1 a month or something like that. Let's see, what was the breakdown here? Why did I spend more on the 30th? I must have made it AMI that day. You could have saved $3 in the last 30 days. This is fake news, because I didn't even spend $3. You mean you could have paid me if I used RIs? That seems fake. But it's cheap right now, but I also don't have any users, and it doesn't work yet, so... Mr. Corto says, bright YouTube. Yeah, I use light mode for a lot of stuff. Like, light mode Twitter. I know, I'm the worst. Literally the worst. Literally the worst. But yeah. Hey, what's up, JB Pratt? Hello. Good to see you. Baletta says, the way you said it earlier literally trans to how to say it frick yeah. Wait, how do I say fuck yeah in French? That sounds like something that I would want to know. That's awesome. Yola Schmillet says, anything explained is very helpful. Yes, I have YouTube videos that also talk about Python stuff as well. Anzafeza says, that breakdown thing is so broken, it just spits out random values. I constantly get suggested bills of like 400 and then it goes down by like 30 to the end of the month. Interesting. System 1100 says, I like light mode Discord. I have not actually tried light mode Discord. I don't actually know what it looks like. Pixie says, sorry about asking about keyboards again. No, that's fine. But Freestyle Pro, any issues under Linux? Need to do some initial driver installation magic setup. So, to be honest, I have not tried it in native Linux yet, because I am running Windows. So I don't actually know. I could plug it into my Linux computer and see what's up there. But yeah, I don't know the answer there. Presumably it should, you know, if you're not using the macro keys, it should just, you know, work as a normal keyboard. The macro programming is probably where you're going to get into more complicated stuff, and I actually don't know much about the macro programming because I have not touched the macro keys yet. Drink Tomo says, have you tried GCP? How does it compare to AWS or Azure? I have tried GCP. It was a royal pain in the ass to get anything working. Then again, Azure was also kind of a pain in the ass to get things working. And in a way, AWS is, but at least the tooling actually works for AWS. I also had a lot of problems with uptime in GCP. I felt like GCP goes down a lot more than the other two. You know, like weekly DNS outages. Hey, what's up, guys? FX? thank you for translating for me. Fixture Jake says, I have homework to do, but Factorio has taken over my life the past week. Oh no. I wouldn't trust Google to bring my garbage out, never mind to run my software. I see. Pixie says, wait, what? This is not native Linux, indeed. A2EC actually Windows is the emote for this. Drink Timeline says, light mode Discord is for Eclipse users and masochists. Okay. Scripts, build AMI, after. Tag the AMI with the git revision. Thank you, GitHooks, for auto-fixing the problems. Cool. So I guess now all that's left is to do the actual deploying parts. As of as it says, they will 100% rebrand or drop GCP within a few years' notice at some point. Yeah, I kind of feel like that's gonna be true because I feel like they're not really making much money off of it, and it's not that great. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we have the status command. Oh, but I wanted to actually include the revision in here. So let's look at this. Should also sort these by time, probably, but here we go. We have tags. Why would they do this? What a stupid format. Why wouldn't it just be a dictionary, like any other decent format? Ugh. Ugh. Like, this is a really obnoxious form. It's a list of dictionaries instead of just a dictionary. That would have made too much sense for it to just be dictionary, I guess. Def from image response. From featured import annotations. We're importing annotations because I am returning this type here, which is the same as this type here, and this type is not available until this class body has completed, so this needs to be a forward annotation, and this automatically enables forward annotations. Return AMI.from image dict image. Okay, return class. We need an ID equals dict image ID. Name equals dict name. And then revision equals okay, so that'll do that. that should work there. Revision stir. Gear tags. Apparently some things do not have tags. Okay. This looks correct. Pixie says I had to buy the emote even for 24 hours. Nice, nice. It's a good emote, I like it. It was originally Shaz Robot's idea. And then I edited their implementation of it. The server says, can you explain why you prefer clears over browns or reds? I'm starting to go down this rabbit hole myself. Oh no. Someone pull the other server out before you're sucked into the realm of keyboard YouTube and keyboard buying and switches and so the thing about reds are silent linears, if I recall correctly. Let's see. Cherry MX switches. Down the rabbit hole. Oh, right. We get these, totally not, these aren't as good as the other switches. Okay, but anyway. So, red is a linear and quiet switch, and low force. So it's a light, quiet, and linear switch. And I slam my keys a lot, so light is not a good choice for me. Quiet is good though, because I don't want things to be too quiet. I don't really like linear switches. I like the tactile bump. And so browns have a little bump, so you can see here there's a little bump here, and that causes it to have a slightly different feel on the way down. Whereas you can see here there's no bump on the reds, it's just straight up and down. The same is true with the blacks, although you can't really see the little nub on the black because they poorly chose black on black to show this. The blues are a clicky switch, so you can see how this piece here slams into the bottom once this switch has been actuated. This causes a click to happen, which is really loud, and I don't really like those because they're loud and annoying. But you can see there's no like slamming in these ones. They're just, the switch may bottom out, but it's not an individual piece of plastic that's slamming to make noise. This is weird. This is I think this is a clear. Oh yeah, this is a clear. So clears are like browns, except they are heavier. You can see it's essentially the same as this, like tactile bump, same switch style here. But the switch here is heavier, so that's kind of like the sweet spot of the things that I like. So it's a heavy switch because I push on keys a lot. It's a a tactile switch, so I can get better feel on where the key is in its position, and it's relatively quiet. That's why I like those switches. These are actually reds. I don't really like these switches, but I make two. Would you guys want me to switch keyboards? I could probably get out the other keyboard. I haven't used it on stream in a while. Would you be interested in me using the other keyboard? Jamie Pratt says they do that way too often. Tags are the worst. Oh no. Michaela says, how many hours does it take your guys' tub to drain after a shower? You should fix your tub, Michaela, because usually mine it drains instantly. You should get some Drano and get that fixed. Skies FX says, you probably answered this 1,000 times, but you wrote your own IDE. So not exactly a full IDE, but it is my own text editor. And yes, it is Babby. It is loosely based on the ideas of Nano, but has the syntax highlighting of VS Code. It is implemented in Python. You can find someone surely has done it in the chat. Yeah, the Nano server has linked it in the chat. You can read the code, but it's written in Python. It's meant to be hackable and stuff like that. PC says, guys, it just hit me. My choices on ergonomic keyboards just split in half. I need a Nordic EU version with finished layout. Oh no. Oh no, I know nothing about other layouts. Junktown says, do you have any library recommendation for making dictionaries behave like JavaScript objects? Don't do it! It's a trap. Objects and dictionaries should be very, very separate. You should not want objects to act like dictionaries. That said, it's very easy to do so. Let's terrible.py. You can do this, which is just an object. Init self dictionary, and you can do self.dict equals this, and then you can define get item. Actually, I think you can just do get item equals get header. Maybe. I think this will work. Closing parentheses. UL. Get at or expected at least 2 arguments, got 1. Maybe you have to define this out. Should have worked, but I don't know. Like, I don't see why this didn't work with me just assigning the function. But anyway, here is a class which implements both attribute and dictionary access. It's not a good idea. Keep those separate. And if you wanted the full gamut of all of the dictionary methods, you could do, collections.abc.mutable mapping. And I think you also need to implement len here. Then get item. Oh, mutable mapping, you also need set item. Turn set header self key value. And you probably also want to implement dir as well, which I talked about in a recent video. Return tuple self.dict. Something like that. Hey, what's up, Frog FSH? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. But anyway, you probably don't want to do this, but you can. Python lets you do it. Hey, what's up, Binary? Hello, hello. Elementer says, I work on macOS High Sierra. High Sierra is super fucking old. You should upgrade. How do I upgrade my OS without getting all my data deleted? Usually the OS upgrade should just work. Shouldn't delete your data, usually. But back up your data beforehand. It's always a good idea when upgrading your operating system. Tuperman says, chicks, am I right? What? Oh, are you talking about clogged tubs? Because that sounds about right. Pixie says, I'm rocking a Vortex Poker RGB Nordic EU version at the moment. It's a 60% keyboard. I didn't know they could go down that low. SkysFX says, your keyboard has red switches. Yeah, this one has red switches. I wish they were browns. I should have asked for browns. But I think I did ask for browns and they just didn't notice it. But whatever, it was free. I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth, I guess. SkysFX says, I tried red once, I had 1 typo per word. Yeah, I typo a lot on this keyboard. Noom44 says, I never really understood quiet switches. The sound of bottoming out is louder than any chairmax click I've heard. Have you... I've worked with people that have blues and I want to just like, fuck me, strangle them. Because they're so loud. I feel like bottoming out is not as loud as that, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Switch the switches? Okay, we're gonna switch the other keyboard. because we haven't used it in a while. And it's really dusty. Well, oh well. Where's the plug? This. Unplug my keyboard. Put you over here. Oh, I think somebody asked about this earlier in the stream. It's a little fidget toy. There's a bang blue thing command on in chat if you want to use that. Also, you can see how terribly dusty my my desk is. I really should clean this at some point. Plug you in. Just put down the feetsies. So 1 foot, 2 foot. There we go. Got the other keyboard. Let me put my little stream deck here. Got everything on camera. The little ball doesn't really fit anymore, but whatever. Okay. Anyway, there's clears. We're back on the other keyboard. Here it says, I poured tons of Drano in there and then plunged it like crazy though. Do you have a snake? You might be able to fix it with a snake. Skies of X says, just a loop of set editor within a class. You could do that, yeah. But the get outer trick works. Pretty gross though. For example, if I want to issue Alt F4, it's actually Alt caps lock 4. This won't work with x.y.z. You're right, but you could do this a little bit different. You could do this, and then you would have to define get adder. Oh, my hands are in a slightly different spot than on the other keyboard, so we're gonna be typing a lot for this. Return self dot dict key, and you could get close with this. You would have to, let's see, ret equals self dot dict key. If is instance ret dict return type self ret, otherwise return ret. And of course you gotta go fix these down here. So you could probably do something like this, and then it would work recursively. This works by making a new instance of adderdict at every level you go down, which works, but we probably also have to implement set adder. Oh my goodness. Key value. Something like that. GuysFX says you can pip install bunch. It's turning your dictionary into object attributes. Yeah, I just don't think it's a good idea. It's just not a good idea. Hey, what's up, Angelo? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. Again, it says 60%. I didn't know they go that low, says the person with a 7 key keyword. Yeah, but this isn't like you couldn't do a full... You can't type all of the letters with this keyboard. I guess you could... 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. Could use these 3 buttons. Yeah, you could use all of these as individual toggle switches and then use these as your 2 key outputs, and so you could type all of the keys. It would just be extremely painful. Or you could do it as like sequences with 1s and 0s or something. The sound of bottoming out, yeah. Hey, what's up, Boyd Rose? Hello, hello. Welcome back. Good to see you. In these parts, you get bonked even if not lewd. Let's just accept that it's okay to be lewd. Yeah. Oh no, did I show my feetsies? Oh, the feetsies of the keyboard. Okay. I see. I see. I didn't think I showed my feet. But bitch, it says OMG, a normal looking keyboard. Indeed. We've got a normal keyboard today. Hey Angela, thank you for setting the MOTD. What happened to the other keyboard? It is right here. We decided to switch it temporarily, Rizix. My little brother snaked it too. The tub is just weird. Oh, that sucks. Don't be tricked, chat. He really just glued the two sides of his keyboard together. Yeah, Nick should have had an interesting video idea at some point that I haven't done yet. Which is to take a cheap Logitech keyboard. How to make your keyboard more ergonomic. Just break a cheap Logitech keyboard over your knee and then start typing on the Kinesis. I think this would be a really funny video. I haven't made it yet though, but I think I'm gonna do that. I actually have a cheap Logitech keyboard over there, so we're gonna have like one take to do it right, but we'll see what I can do. But I think it would be pretty funny. But anyway. Upgrading macOS, it says 2 hours and 30 minutes remaining. I see, that's gonna take a while. Wait till it says about a minute remaining and then stays there for 20 minutes, says the Droid. That's so true. Hunter R6, what's the thing at the right of your keyboard that looks like a mini keyboard? It is a mini keyboard. I use it to switch my scenes. So like if I press this button here, it takes me into my selfie mode here. This button here takes me to my normal programming mode. I use these two for YouTube videos. So like this is my selfie mode for YouTube videos when I do my little talkie segments at the beginning. And the other button is a be right back screen and an end screen as well. Skyzavek says, I never said it was a good idea, I just wanted to mention there's a pipe back shot. That's fair. G-Pret says, I smell Kinesis sponsorship with that video. Yo, that would be so dope. Maybe I could pitch them as a sponsorship idea. That would be pretty cool. Easy Light says, why do you have a normal keyboard? Because chat wanted me to switch for today, so we're using the other keyboard. I guess I'll show it on the dot cam so you can see it up and close. You can see how dusty my desk is. Let me put my white hands on the keyboard so it color balances better. But anyway, this is my other keyboard. You can actually you can see the two what are they called? Box lights? No, what are they called? I don't know, you can see them in the reflection though, is what I was saying. But anyway. What's up, Pandayo? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Okay, what was I doing? Script/deploy. We're doing our deploy script. Oh, I gotta switch back to the scene so you guys can actually see what's going on. Whoops! Pseudo says, I just tried to save a Word doc with control with :W. Nice. If only you didn't hide your plushies when I'm making videos. Yeah, the plushies haven't ended up in a video, other than these ones. Look at how worn his keys are, and we can determine his passwords. I mean, I haven't used this keyboard in a while, so not all that worn. Every time someone at work shares the Google Doc with me, it ends up with :W and :X all over the place. That's great. Okay, so we got to implement the deploy command, and Oops, I just spilled water on myself. Ugh. So I think the deploy command is going to take an argument for the revision. Deploy.add argument revision, and we could also do a cleanup command. Yeah, let's do a cleanup command first. I think that one's gonna be easier. Cleanup equals sub parsers dot add parser cleanup. What's the opposite of a dry run? What is the opposite of a dry run? A wet run? A wet walk. A wet run? A hydrated run? I don't know, because I want the default behavior to not be destructive. I want it to be like, actually run, mutating run, for reals, do the thing, dash yes, dash force. Do the thing. I guess we could just make status be the dry run for cleanup. Is there a repo for your chatbot? Yes, thank you, Michaela, for linking that. SkiesFX says, I wrote my first Flake 8 plugin the other day thanks to your YouTube video. Thanks for the help. Yeah, no problem. Glad that helped you out. Hey, what's up, Alexa? Hello, hello. Elamander says, how did you learn to code? It is in the FAQ playlist somewhere. I talk about it in there, I'm pretty sure. Dirty run, actual run, mutating run. No, actually, really do it, please. Wet splash. Hydration is apparently a meme in React. That doesn't surprise me. Okay, so what do we want to do for cleanup? Maybe we should just do it in status and figure that out here. Actually, I want to check something else. Delete launch template version. You cannot delete the default version. You must assign a different version as the default. Delete one or more versions of a launch template. You cannot delete the default version of a launch template. You must first assign a different version as the default. If the default version is the only version for a launch template, you must delete the entire launch template using delete launch template. Do I need to clean up launch template versions? Is another question. Ugh. So I guess we actually have more on this paint drawing over here. We need to axe the AMI, and we also need to axe... I want to keep the latest 2 versions of the launch template. I actually can't delete the first version, so let's just pretend that there's 4 versions. I want to keep 2 versions around. Keep it simple, dash dash no dry. Dash dash no dry equals dash dash moist. I see. Baby Master says, great docs, you can't do that, but here's how you can do it. Yeah. Git launch template. Do I even use that? Git launch template. Oh, we do. Yeah, indeed. So we want to do git launch template versions. Honking at my house! Stop honking! God damn it. Get launch template versions. Impute one more time! SkyZox says, I can't wait for VFX software to switch to Python 3. Still stuck with Python 2.7. I want to use F-strings. SkyZFX, do you want to see something terrible? Are you ready for something terrible, SkyZFX? let me install Python 2.7 in virtual env here. And you know how, Python 2.7 doesn't support f-strings, right? Python 2 t.py doesn't support f-strings. Syntax error, right? What if I told you you could install this package here called future f-strings, and then you could put a funny comment on the top of your file. And then suddenly, Python 2 supports f-strings. Huh? What do you think about that? Here's how it works. This encoding pragma causes the runtime to decode this file using a special codec, and I've registered this special codec called future f-strings. And what the future f-strings codec does is it rewrites the source code to take f-strings and convert them into format calls. And wizardry. But yes, you can have f-strings in Python 2. Skies FX, thank you for the subscription. Appreciate that. Did I blow your mind so much you're like, fuck, I guess I gotta subscribe then. But anyway, this does indeed work. I've also made a similar thing to this for future annotations in Python 3.6. Class C. Oops, that's t.p. We want t.py. Class C, class method make. So this is like a common pattern where you have an additional constructor as a class method. I'm not actually filling out the rest of this, which is fine. But if you do this in Python 3.6, you'll see that you get a name error that C is not defined because this name here is not available until the class body has finished. So this needs to be a forward annotation. And normally you can get around this by quoting this, and that makes this work. But it's kind of ugly. And in Python 3.7, you can do from future import annotations, and that'll work. So if we do this in 3.7, that works. But 3.6 does not have that future thing, but you can do pip install future annotations, and then do a similar hack here. Future annotations, and now it works in Python 3.6. Same similar hack though. In this case, it replaces all annotations with strings, and I actually have to re-blank out the encoding pragma here, so that's what these stars are. Otherwise, it recurses forever. But yeah, hacky shit with encoding pragmas. It's kind of cool. It's basically like Babel, but at runtime. Limp 3 to 6. Is that a thing? But anyway. Dan and Beard says, in before Python becomes as fragmented as JavaScript with Babel compiler, it is necessary to write code. I mean, yeah, this is essentially the same sort of deal as what Babel does. Limp 3 to 6 does the same thing with respect to f-strings, but at build time using AST transformation. Yeah, this does it at a syntax level, which is arguably better than an AST transformation because it preserves the line numbers and stuff. But you can do this at build time if you wanted to. So this t.transform.py, this is Python 3.6 compatible code, and you don't need this at runtime anymore. So you can just run this file after it's translated it. The same thing as with the 2.7 stuff as well. Skyzivik says, oh my, now I have to read all my 2.7 lists, yeah. Does installing new macOS take extra storage, or as it removes the previous files and installs the new S? So Yeah, it will take slightly more storage than before just because the operating system has progressed, but yeah, it'll remove the old files that it doesn't need. And Barker says, lib326 also deals with forward referencing annotations, but again at build time using AST transformations. Yeah, it makes sense. New44 says, oh, fucking lawn people are here. Lawn people! RTX voice, that's what it's called. Turn this on. The only problem with RTX voice is it's going to disable a lot of the keyboard sounds, so if you guys like the keyboard sounds, they will unfortunately be a little bit muffled by this. Oh, you can still kind of get some of it through there. But anyway. Has any big bugs came up since 2.7 has become unsupported? There has been at least one security issue that I have seen in the encodings module, but also in the HTTP module. So, yeah, there have been some kind of big bugs in 2.7. So I would be concerned about running it in production. But then again, I know some companies that are still running Python 2.6 in production, so GG for that, I guess. Tubroom says, so with encodings, I can have Python with macros. Indeed, you could build your own macros out of this. You could register your own macros as encodings. Vinit says, is this a mechanical keyboard as well? Why did you change board of your kinesis? I asked chat and they're like, yeah, let's use the other keyboard for today. Fuck it. So we're using the other keyboard. This one is also mechanical as well. It's also in Bang Keyboard. If you do Bang Keyboard, you can learn about this one as well. ASMR value ruined unfollowing. That's funny. Extra juicy lewd says 2.7 was God. Interesting. I mean, it was one of the best Python releases ever. I'll agree with that, but I'm glad it's dead now. Same story with PHP 5, says EZLA. Yo, I learned on PHP 3, so I actually haven't done any PHP with classes, so I actually don't know much about modern PHP. I know companies still running Perl CGI scripts in production. No, please no. Do you guys want to do Type Racer now that I'm on a different keyboard? We'll do one for free. Free Type Racer? We'll do free Type Racer. Alright. Join the link in chat. You guys can race me as I type on my new keyboard. Well, new keyboard. But we'll see some typing speed. Hopefully someone joins. There we go. And Michaela can kick my ass if she's still here. This is a short one. We'll probably do another one after this. Oh my goodness. The spacebar is much different. That was awful. We're gonna do that one again. I think that's the lowest score that I've gotten in a really, really long time. Just Autumn is first. Congrats, Just Autumn. This is usually about the speed that I'm at. On this keyboard, I can usually get up to 130, but oh, that was so bad this time. But I guess that's what I get for using another keyboard for 6 months and then just switching back to this one. Alright, but we're gonna do another one once this finishes. 2, 1, 0. Join. Okay, join this one. Oh, this is gonna be a long one. We're gonna have a chance to are we gonna rerun it until you win? No. No, we're not gonna rerun it until we win. Win is go. Okay. Anyway, that was a little bit better. But it sounds good. Yeah, I satisfied. This is why I ran it, because I remembered your message from earlier, but I forgot to read it. But anyway, there's a free type racer. 106 is not bad. Autumn is in second. Nice, congrats. I had so many typos. Me too. That was a weird bit of prose there. But anyway. Launch templates. We will make a class for this ID version. I think it should also have AMI, because that's what we really care about here. AMI ID. Which means I gotta change this here. Where is the describe launch template versions? Hey, what's up, Solomon A76? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. Launch template versions. Launch templates dot from dates version. Should be really called launch template version. Template ID ESG launch template. Launch template ID. Version equals version. That looks good. Launch template version. I think it's this. We'll find out when we actually run the code, though. EMI ID equals dict image ID. I think that's what it is. Ugly function, that's fine. To clients dot. Just gonna get all of the versions here. Turn launch template version dot from date version for version in launch template versions. The AWS API is so verbose. Talcum powder really killed me at the end. Yeah, me too. Also, capitalization of Western was weird. iSatisfied says, how did you remember it earlier but you did not read it? I read it, but I didn't read it out loud. So even if I don't read everyone's message in chat, or even if I don't say everyone's message in chat, I still read them. Sorry about that. I did get to it though. Autumn says, is var comma equals the same as unpacking the first element from the result? I always end up writing var comma underscore. So it is not only unpacking the first element of the result, so it is also asserting that the iterable is only length 1. So if you had multiple values, it wouldn't work there. The same is true for underscore. So underscore will only work if there's 2 values, but you can use star underscore to ignore the rest of the list. So you can do this. But yeah, I'm actually going to be covering this in a video pretty soon, but I didn't have time to record yesterday, but I will probably record tomorrow. Verson. Well, there's more than one typo. And this is, of course, the first one. Break a point. Oh my goodness. The hand position is very different on this keyboard, so it's taking me a little bit to adjust to that. Oh, we gotta get a keyer on this as well. We launch template data image ID. We also need version number. Wait, why are you an integer here, but you're a string everywhere else? Ugh. Fucking love the Amazon API. This is great. Let me show you. Oh wait, this is a... Oh, we clobbered the other thing. Never mind. But anyway, it's a string in some places and an integer in others, which is amazing. Love that. So I guess this is version int version. Sure. Version number, and this is launch template data. Launch templates data. Hey, what's up, Beanie Bounty? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. What are the weird buttons to the right of your keyboard? If you do bang keyboard 3? Yes. It's my little mini stream deck. I should not use aim ID. We're just gonna use aim ID every day. Aim ID, image ID. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, the output still looks the same. That's good. But yeah, they do switch the scene just on him. But like this button puts me into my selfie mode. This button here puts me into this. But yeah. Beanie Bounty has set the MOTD. What is that emote? What is CTC? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Also, hello, Frederick. Welcome to the stream. Solomon says, thank you for adding great value to this platform. Good luck. Well, thanks for stopping by. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Oh, yeah. That's actually kind of great. That's actually kind of great. I like that. Okay, breakpoints. Okay, so we get the launch config. We also need to get all of the versions of that launch config. And launch template versions. This is a neat trick that I learned a while back, which is the center function on strings. So if you want to, you know, this is a 80 with character terminal. So you can do like center 80, and that'll center this text on this exactly 80 characters. I usually use 79 for whatever reason. I don't remember why. But you can also make it center it with other characters. So if you want to center it with, you know, equal signs or stars or You know, snowmen if you really wanted to, or well, this one's not gonna work. 1F 643. Upside down smiley faces, which are actually too wide. So it's not perfect, but it's pretty good. You want me to center this string, but with something that's not that? Kunval says game changer. That's cool. Yeah, it's a pretty cool function. Actually, I should probably do a video about this. Video idea. Not center. Oh, can you center? I don't think you can center with a non-single length character string. Yeah, fill character must be exactly a 1 character long. It's the top-down view of a dab. I see. Yeah, but it has to be 1 character long. I mean, you could implement a function that does center with multiple characters, but yeah, this doesn't have that. Hey, what's up, RBOXFF? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. The other says, is there a way to get the current terminal width to do this dynamically? Indeed. If you import the shutil module, you can do shutil dot get terminal size, and that will tell you the width and height of your terminal. But before this was available, I wrote a library for this. I don't know if it still works because my terminal size. Import pi terminal size. Pi terminal size dot get terminal size. Based on the same code as the code in Python 3.5. But mine has an additional attribute which tells how it received this. But anyway, you don't need this anymore because modern Pythons have say util.get terminal size now. Yoda says, if you thought 60% was small, here's a less than 30% board which still does everything with layers. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Wait, how do the layers work? There's only like 1 key. 1 layer key. I guess you could combine it with this key here. That's wild. You can't do space, just backspace. Well, I guess as it's a space with a modifier. Hey, what's up, Krizex? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. Okay. This is the wrong type. Okay, for version in get launch template versions, templates dot id. Version dot version. Version dot image ID. Let's see what that does. Cody Val says split keyboard for the win. Yeah, I do have a split keyboard. We're just using the other keyboard today. ESG is not defined. What do you mean it's not defined? Oh. I see. Do you fit have a line? No. I see. I guess the person that uses that keyboard thinks space is greater than tab. I guess so. Obviously no one daily drives that keyboard. I mean, they could, maybe. Should I also look up the AMI here? I mean, we can see it right here, so I guess that's kind of fine. Okay, so I have all the information. Now I have to do the hard part, which is creating launch template versions. Here to clean it. Where are all these tabs? I guess we also need to look at snapshots as well. Well, let's do snapshots first. Photo 3 describes snapshots. Oh no, I didn't want to close that. Please don't have me logged out. Okay, good. Let's see, this is the EC2 client. Describe snapshots. You guys saw that, right? AMI means friend in French? Ooh. Hey, what's up, G-Bone? Hello, hello. Good to see you. Owner IDs equals... I think I can use owner IDs equals self. Yeah. I actually realize now that the AMI type needs to also have the snapshot ID in it. So let's put a breakpoint here and figure that out. I think that's this here. Unless it's somewhere else in here, and I'm just not seeing it. Although it's in one of those really annoying list of dictionaries. Which is kind of annoying. I'm gonna go fill up my water. I will be right back. I'll see you in a sec. Hello, I'm back. Joe Haggis says you can control enter on an orange highlighted find result to click it for what it's worth. Control enter on an orange highlighted find result to click it. Oh, when I'm doing like this? This is super laggy. So I can control enter here Oh, it's kind of cool. I don't know that I'm gonna remember that, but that's pretty cool. Watch Older Bear, welcome back. Good to see you. Wait, something changed since yesterday. Is this a WASD code? It is indeed the WASD code keyboard. We decided to switch it up for today. The answer says, can you explain why the bash history is gone when you lose the network connection to the machine via SSH? That's not always true. Let me start an instance. Doing like the instance crashes, like your connection crashes to the machine. Because normally bash history is persisted in a file. So unless and you could disable, you probably have the history disabled or history file disabled, and it's just in memory. Maybe. Let me just make an instance real quick. My AMIs. This is our latest one. We need to actually give it its role runner. I should. Maybe I can just launch it from an instance template. That'd be way better. Cancel. Launch instance from template. Nice. Is that just gonna work? If so, that's so much nicer than the crap that I've been doing before. Copy. I'm gonna wait for it to come up. Watch Older says probably if hist file is not configured. Yeah, that was what I was gonna suggest. Litoriego says, are you using a notebook or a desktop? This is a desktop. This is roughly what my setup looks like, although there's now a light here and a light over here that are illuminating me. But this is roughly my setup. Because there's a different keyboard in this photo, but pretty much all the same stuff is there. The Bulbasaur plant is now outside. But you know, the Hackerman hat is still there. And the Pokemon machines are still there. So it's roughly my desk setup there. The answer says, "Oh, when the connection breaks, they're gone. Only if I log out, they remain." Yeah, so that is Bash's history files saving on exit. Why is the command history only saved on exit? I guess it looks like you can force it to write it more often. I guess. Hey, what's up, Altatika? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, usually I guess it only happens when it exits, and when you lose the connection, the terminal is probably uncleanly torn down. So that would probably be why. I guess we can do some example like echo hi, echo hello, and then using the secret. Um, the secret. Wait, how do you do it? What is the? Why do I not remember how to do this? It's supposed to be tilde dot, right? It's supposed to be the SSH thing. Why is the terminal in taking it? Yeah, what the fuck? Uh. Oh, I didn't SSH. I'm not SSH. That's why. Permission denied public key. Did it not configure my key properly? Why didn't it use the launch template then? The fucking launch template's supposed to pick that. Ugh. I just assumed it would follow the launch template. The launch template does have a key. Alright, let me do this again. Instances. Launch from template. This template. Key pair. Anyway, I did it on there. Python and says, "Do you drink coffee every day?" I drink coffee never. Literally never. So no. Heiko says, insane surround setup with all the loudspeakers and same. Yeah, I know. My sound setup is not proper, but I don't, have a way to hook everything else up. So it's close enough. Connection refused. Should start now. Okay, cool. So if we do echo hi, echo hello, and then we sever the connection, which we can do. There's this secret SH menu that you can trigger with tilde and then like question mark. So I just typed tilde question mark, which shows this here. But you can send some various commands here, and tilde dot is useful if your connection is ever hung. So you can do tilde dot and tilde dot, and it will forcibly close your connection. So in theory, that should have not saved my history. Yeah, so you can see it didn't save my history there. Echo hi, echo hello. If you exit out in the normal way, then it saves the history. So yeah, that's exactly what we're seeing here. One thing that you can do to combat that is use tmux. And that way you have a persistent session, and then you're not so worried about disconnects. So you could have like, tmux, and echo hi, echo hello, and then say that your connection got severed. You can SSH back in, and then tmux attach, and then you still have your same session as before. So use a terminal multiplexer. So that could do that as well. Watch Bear says that's such a hack. Yeah, yeah, it is. It is definitely a hack. Hey, what's up, Atatika? Hello. You just followed, right? Yes, indeed. Welcome to the stream. I wasn't SSH'd, indeed. Yeah. The Zen says, fuck launch templates. Well, we're gonna be using them, so... Wait, what's wrong with launch templates, the Zen? What is your beef with them? So I know everyone's got their opinions, and I'm happy to hear you tell me what's your opinion with them. Although this was a bit weird. I don't know why I didn't take my key name, but anyhow, our lunch template is beef. Okay, so I was looking at this before I went to fill up my water. I need to get the EBS block device mapping snapshot. Somehow out of this mapping. Oh, this data is gross. It's somewhat structured. The Zen says, I'm just salty because I lost 90% of my Friday due to Terraform plus new console bugs with them. Oh no. Oh no. I'm also using Terraform, but I'm going to be managing my launch templates with a separate script because I'm going to be using AMIs as my deploy primitive. That's the whole point of what I'm working on today. Okay, so let's get this snapshot idea out of here. Which is going to suck. AMI, here we go. So I already have to do the weird tags parsing thing. Snapshot equals none for mapping in ticked block device mappings. if EBS and mapping and snapshot in mapping EBS snapshot equals insert snapshot is not none. Snapshot ID equals snapshot ID. Let's do it in the right order. And the music has stopped. We'll continue that. Yassine says, Anthrax Code, are you still using HTML to make your YouTube video thumbnails? I am indeed. So I still go into here and change this code around. So hello YouTube. And then I use Selenium to start up a little web browser and take a screenshot of it. So that's indeed how I make my YouTube thumbnails. My version didn't get. I forgot to push yesterday's thumbnail. But yes, I still do them in HTML. Okay, so that should get us our snapshot ID. AMI has no attribute snapshot. Right, snapshot ID. Okay, so these are our AMIs, which have their snapshots associated. Cool. These have both the same revision, which is kind of messed up, but because of I clearly still hear music in my head, so yeah. Snapshot ID, yeah, it was a typo. Rafa says, what is your words per minute? On this keyboard, I can usually hit about 130, although I haven't used this keyboard in a really, really long time. The weird thing is I actually like feel the switch strength in my forearms right now, so that's kind of a bit odd because I haven't used this keyboard in a while. But yeah, I can hit about 130 on this one. I can hit about 120, 115 on this other one. Yassine says, oh good, I made a little thumbnail editor for your thumbnails with Python. It still lacks some features, which I am still working on, by the way. You could check it out on my GitHub. It's not much, but it's getting there. Nice. Nice. I assume you're using PIL for this? Hey, what's up, Akaruda? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. This is literally my thumbnails. That's kind of cool. How does it work? Oh, tkinter and PIL. Oh, and tabs. How did I know it was tabs? Because it's tabs. Well, that's cool. So that's pretty dope. How does it work? Is it just like a drag and drop editor sort of dealio? Forearms bulging by the end of the stream. I mean, yeah, I can actually feel them, which is fucking weird. Maybe it's 8 spaces? No, it's definitely tabs. I can tell from reading lots of GitHubs. Hey, what's up, Journey in AI? Hello, hello. But yeah, this is really cool. Bring the Pepe hammer. Needs more pre-commit. Okay. Let's actually put this above the AMIs. Since it's kind of, you know, ESGs depend on launch template versions, depend on AMIs, depend on snapshots. So do it that way. Print snapshots. For snapshot and actually I don't think we care so much about that. I think we can just do for snapshot and snapshots. I don't know if there's any information of a snapshot that we actually care about listing. Unit snapshots. I love how this one is owner and this one's owner IDs. Yeah. Yeah, I think we only care about this value from this. So snapshot ID. Okay, cool. It is events that you can change. You can add objects to Draggable, so you can use the mouse, but it's kind of monotonous because you have to select an object from events and add bind to it by the mouse motion. Oh, I see. The illustrator says 79 characters wide kind of freaks me out. The poor single spot at the right never gets filled. Did you speak right? So the interesting thing is, I'm pretty sure Pep8 says, and don't tell anybody, because I don't want to change this. I don't want to change all my code either. Pep8 says, oops. Pep8 says that it has to be 79 characters wide. But if we make something that's exactly, this is, I think, 80 characters wide. Maybe this is 79 characters wide? Maybe I'm wrong. But there was a while when it was off by one. I don't know if that, maybe it got fixed. Okay, this is 79 characters wide. Okay. So we make this one longer. This will error. Okay. Never mind. It used to be off by one to not allow 79 characters. But anyway, never mind. Never mind. Oh, my bot doesn't have a sub to juice. Rip. 2%. I go with 120. Fuck this. Yeah, the thing with 120 is I wouldn't be able to have side-by-side terminals here. We would have some nice little space down here. I guess I could put like chat down here and other shit. So I guess I could do that. But yeah, you're right. That poor little column on the right never gets filled. Vodrez says Flakegate versus Pilot. You're just trying to trigger me. You've activated my trap card. But no, I don't really like Pylint. I find Pylint to be too annoying. Also does dynamic analysis, which I don't really like. It doesn't play well nicely with pre-commit, so I don't really use it. I also maintain Flick 8, so of course I'm gonna use it. 79, why not 10 less? I think the idea is that like some editors use that last character to display a continuation character. I know Babby does this as well. So like, you know, when it's one character longer, you get this little special little. Oh, you can't see it because it's off screen. But when it's past 80 characters, you'll get this little thingy here, which indicates that it does things at the end. But yeah, it's 88 in black, indeed. I don't know. I mean, I know why they changed that number. It's just an unfortunate number that they picked. Because 88 has other connotations, but yeah. The dynamic analysis was just fuzzing. So when I say dynamic analysis, I mean that Pylint follows imports and parses other code and changes its errors depending on what things are installed. Whereas true static analysis is just going to read the file that you're looking at. The argument that they make in the Black Docs is a bit stupid, though. Yeah. Like, I understand, though. Honestly, I think the more real reason is he just wanted to piss off everyone. I don't know. Love the guy, though. We hang out at PyCon every year that I've gone since I met him. But I guess that's only been 1 year now that I think about it. But yeah, I don't use black myself because I prefer other formatting. But anyway, Tuber says Pilot annoys me less. I find it easier to configure to fuck off with uninstring stuff and do pretty colors. Interesting. I find that in order to use Pilot out of the box, I need to turn off like 50% of its rules that are just wrong. But maybe that's just me. The voter says, why are long lines acceptable in C/C++ but not in Python? That's a good question. What is it, PEP 3? PEP 7? PEP 7. Style guide for C code. Yeah, what do they say for this in Python's C code? Oh, C code even says the same thing. I really don't like this style of declaration either. It does make it easier to search for return values though, but anyway, it looks like PEP 7 also says 79 characters. Acceptable in C++ because they're barbarians. Alexa says Pylint once rated my code 7 or something. I never used it since. Yo, usually Pylint just says your code is negative whatever out of 10. Just like fuck you in particular. Astron says I come back and the keyboard is switched. This is my other keyboard. This is the code V3. He pushed the two sides together. Yeah. Okay, so I think we can figure out what things should be deleted based on this. Except this is the default AMI. Scripts deploy. If version template.version equals 1. Default version. nothing to clean up. Never been deployed. So we actually don't know about what we can deploy until after we've deployed. Hey, what's up, the Lupio and Kabouterbard? Thank you both for following. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. Which means we actually need to do... It's not implemented. Error. List cleanup stuff. Let's do that later. So let's actually try and deploy something. We will non-implement cleanup. So status will just be the dry run for cleanup. The same thing for deploy. The cleanup. Actually don't need to assign these anywhere because we're not using their values. So just argumentless ones here. Deploy.add argument. Function. Okay, cool. Astro says, gotta go, have a good one. Well, thanks for stopping by. Voidor says, I don't use Pylint anymore because it gives weird errors that sometimes shouldn't be errors. Yeah, so Pylint and Flake8 take kind of different strategies to this. So Pylint is very much on the no false negatives, and Flake8 is very much on the no false positives. So Pylint will often overtell you about things that are not problems, whereas Flake8 will sometimes avoid telling you about things that might not be problems. At least by their default settings. Tuber says, I kind of like Python's dynamic thingy because it tells me when I'm done when I try to use things that don't exist. Yeah, I do like that feature of Pylint, but I'd rather use like MyPy or like an actual type checker. I find that MyPy is better about knowing things that exist or don't exist than Pylint is. Also, a lot more people are using TypeShed, for instance, like PyCharm. PyCharm users all use TypeShed, so any contributions that happen there improve MyPy's ability to type check stuff. Easelight says, instead of writing a comment with default comment, just make a constant int with the name default version. Yes and no. I feel like if I'm only using a constant in one place, there's not really any benefit to making a constant. And in this case, I am only using this in one place. But yeah, it's a good idea. I just don't I don't agree with it in all places. I find that if you take that approach, you end up over constantizing things. And like, for instance, I'll see people take this string and turn it into a constant, which is completely fucking useless and makes this way harder to read. But also, I think the default version can change here, so I'm not certain that this is actually a constant. So we'll look at this as we get to further stuff here. But yeah, it's a good point. Embargo says, I think Pylint does detect some stuff that no other tool seems to detect, the use of a loop variable outside of a loop or shadowed names. Yeah, you can get some of those with Flake8 plugins. Like, you could write a Flake8 plugin which does the exact same thing. But yeah, it doesn't out of the box. Sometimes you want to use a loop variable outside of a loop. Like, sometimes you want to know the last thing that it broke on. But yeah, again, it's a bit of a weird sort of setup. SDK says sensitivity versus specificity. Yes, indeed. I don't know anything about Vim Python mode, so I can't really help you there, Voidrose. Why is MyPy so slow? Because it has to traverse all of your code, and it has like a 3 or 4 pass type narrowing thingy thing. I don't fucking know. It's slow because it has to do a lot of thinking and parsing, essentially. Is there a faster type checker than MyPy that's good? There's the one that Facebook wrote that's aims at being faster. It's written in OCal, but I haven't used it, so I don't know whether it's good. There's also Microsoft's one. There's also Google's one, but again, I don't know anything about those other ones. The latest version of MyPy is a lot faster. They are now compiling it with MyPy C, so it's a C binary. That's speedy. Hey, what's up, Mancow? Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. You could spend a week writing Flagate plugins instead of using this filthy pilot. Yeah, but then you wouldn't have to use pilot. What does my AMIs mean anyway? Is that French? These are my Amazon images. AMI stands for Application Machine Image or something like that. But yeah, it's also French for friends. Joe Haga says, what the fuck is a higher kinded type? I don't know. Higher kinded type vars. Class M, generic f of x and a. Higher kinded type. There's a lot going on here. Holy shit, this is a lot of conversation here. But I think this is about return value forwarding. I think. There is a trick that I've seen recently that's similar to this where you can actually define a type alias in the class body and then use the type alias. So that might actually be possible here. Oh, this is a generic. That's why this is problematic. This is a double generic here. So that's the tricky part here. I see. But yeah, I'm not up to speed on my type theory at all. But Finite, welcome back. Hello, hello. Alexa says Pyre. Yeah, that's I think the Facebook one. We were using the split keyboard earlier, but we decided to switch because chat wanted to see this one as well. MyPy was originally a standalone language. I think it was the original idea of MyPy was a standalone language, but I don't think it was ever a fully implemented one. But I could be wrong. Hey, what's up, Solus? Hello, hello. Kinds classify types. Oh, I see. Hey, what's up, Lemon Sauce? Hello, hello. Okay. So in order to deploy a revision, we need to do a couple of things. We need to first we need to create a launch configuration with, or sorry, we need to find the AMI for that revision. Then 2, we need to create a launch template version for that AMI. Then 3, we need to set the launch template version for the ASG. And then 4, we need to freeze autoscaling to do as my autoscaling groups don't have autoscaling at the moment, which is not yet autoscaling. Then 5, I think we need to double the desired capacity. And then we need to have the desired capacity. This will force the nodes to cycle. And then unfreeze stealing. I think this is what we need to do. And -1. If desired capacity is 0, done. So we can skip all this if desired capacity is 0. I think that's what we need to do. Lemon Sauce says, I don't like how you type on a normal keyboard. What do you mean? What do you mean? Hey, what's up, Big Head the Awesome? Welcome back. Good to see you. Recently, I started to feel pain in my wrist, which I ignored. Now I can't even type for 2 minutes without feeling a sharp pain. Any suggestion? Oh no. Oh no. That sounds awful. Look at ergonomics and improve posture and do all that other stuff. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't really struggled with ergonomics before, so I don't really have any advice there. I just got an ergo keyboard, but it's hard to get used to, and I've been slacking. Well, then I would, I guess, suggest practice on getting up to speed on that. Remus says, different keyboard, what is this? Yeah, this is my original mechanical keyboard. This is the Code V3. Chat wanted to see the other one, so we switched for a little bit today. Hey, what's up, Futurstoffel? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. How's it going, Jaholo? Welcome back. Okay. So, get AMI by ID. Can I query based on tags? Describe images. Tag, here we go. Tag, the key value combination of a tag for a particular image. So I should be able to do... Hey, what's up, Checkmate in 1? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. So I should be able to do AUS EC2 describe images. Filter name equals tag values equals provision equals this. Filter tag is supposed to be lowercase tag? It's supposed to be tags? Use the tag key in the filter name. Like so. Filter revision is invalid. Describe images, use tag as filter AUS. Filtering based on tags. See, working with tags using the command line. How to set tags. Describing tagged resources. Tag dash key. Oh, tag colon. What the fuck? Okay, that works. That's wild. That is wild. Yes, we're working on a deploy system. So far I have the description of all of the primitives that we need to deal with in this deploy system, which is to figure out the ASG, what launch template and version it's using, what AMI that launch template is using and what the currently deployed revision is. So this is the 0 state of the deployment. So this is, just the default setup where it runs, plain Ubuntu minimals. We're also listing all of the launch template versions. We will be creating launch template versions as part of deploying, and we'll also list the AMIs. The AMIs will be referenced by launch template versions. I have a little diagram here. The red lines are what gets deleted when I clean up. The green is what happens when a deploy happens. And the blue is because I wanted another color that was less complicated. But yes, that's what we're doing. Watch Older Bear says, gotta get some sleep. Thanks for streaming. Have fun. Well, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you around. Rima says, I recommend comfy braces from Amazon, but there are carpal tunnel gloves that are also good. Rima says, okay, I've always wondered where your mouse is at. Sorry, I'm new to your stream. It's like slightly off the screen. It's like right over here. I don't show the mouse because it's not an interesting mouse. It is, the boring Logitech B100 cheapo boring ass mouse. So it's nothing to write home about. B100, the B is for boring. B100 Logitech Business B100 optical USB mouse. I'm surprised that they put all of this like marketing mumbo jumbo, but really it's just like literally the cheapest mouse you can get. Free, but oh, I guess it counts the middle click. Why is the GIMP? Oh. This sentence just reads really strange. Why do they reference Tux, but I don't see Tux anywhere on here? Huh. Weird. Anyway, cheap ass mouse. Zero setup, damn, that's hot. I see. Mikhail says it should just be a stylus page that just says it's a mouse. Yeah. If it works, it works. Indeed, indeed. Hey, what's up, CMH? Hello, hello. Welcome back. Good to see you. Okay. Scripts build AMI. Nope, scripts deploy. Okay, what do we need to do here? We need to find the AMI for that revision. Get AMI by revision. Revision lens equals EC2 clients.describe images. I gotta figure out how the filter syntax works over here. It's a list of name values. Okay. We need owners equals self. Should also probably put that here. Just for paranoia sake. So there should only ever be one AMI for revisions. But I suspect that we're going to return more than one there. Should probably also get the current state. Current AMI equals get AMI by ID, get launch runner dot image ID. If current AMI dot revision is equal to revision, already deployed. 0. Target AMI equals get AMI by revision. Not enough values to unpack. Okay, I know why. It's because I added the owners thing there. This should actually be safe here, but I do need it done here. So we have 2 results here because we have 2 AMIs that match this revision because I didn't do the rename until after. So I'm actually going to delete one of those AMIs. Hey, what's up? Vinny, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Your username kind of looks like a generated password. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm actually gonna delete these 2. Continue. And we gotta delete whatever snapshot that's not... Where's the snapshot ID? Not 0B82E. 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 So we gotta delete these 2. Let's delete. JavaScript? No, we're doing some Python today. Doing a bit of Python today. Okay, so we should get a single instance back. Which is good. Just here. Okay, so current AMI is this, and target AMI is that, so that's good. Speaking of other languages, did you ever finish the int code fizzbuzz? I'm guessing you did, but I wasn't here for it. Also, the question marks look weird in this new font. They're a little small or something. Yeah, they are a little bit small, now that you mention it. I did, but then I think the repo kind of died. So if anyone has another fizzbuzz repo that is Hacktoberfest, I will remake the pull request against that one instead. Because it seems like this person has just kind of abandoned their repository. But I did indeed make fizzbuzz in int code. You can check that out here. Let me show the 3 files that are relevant. View file and view file. So this is my little readme that I made. Hey, what's up, Darfio? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. So, int code. In particular, I'm using day 21's implementation of the int code computer. In this version of the int code computer, the output instruction receives ASCII integers and prints those characters to the screen. Here's a sample execution of my fizzbuzz program. See that it does properly do the fizzbuzz in 800 180, no, 88 milliseconds. And this is the algorithm that I used, but in Python. The algorithm looks intentionally dumb in Python because I had to port it to int code, which had not that much functionality. So you can see, like, I implemented division and mod using a loop and addition, which is not how you would normally do division, I guess. Normally you have a hardware instruction that would do it for you. And in hardware, it's probably implemented using a slightly logarithmic approach. And then I have this, which is a number printing routine. It takes an integer, it multiplies, so basically takes, you have a number like this. Wait, I'll do it backwards for you guys. So this is the least significant digit, and it's going to multiply a 1 to get, oh wait, no, it'd be the other way around. Yeah, so this is our least significant digit. It's going to multiply by 10 to get this 1 value up to here. And then it's going to divide and mod to get this 1 digit here, and then it'll move over, and move over, and move over, and move over, and print all of those one at a time. So this zips that number up towards the most significant digit, and then this nibbles off 1 digit at a time and prints it. And then our main function has start and end. We have a loop that goes from start to end, and we print a comma if we've already started looping. So this is so that we get the comma separated number proper here. And then we do our division and see if there's a remainder. If there's no remainder, then you know it's divisible by 3. If there's divisible remainder here, then you know it's divisible by 5. And we cheat and multiply those two together, and that tells us whether both are not divisible. And then, if the remainder is 0, we print, for 3, we print fizz. If it's 0 for 5, we print buzz. And if both are non-divisible, we print the actual number. And that's basically it. That's basically the algorithm. And then I translated that into int code. This is the full int code program after removing comments and everything. This is the canonical form. I actually extended my int code implementation to allow new lines and comments and trailing commas and a bunch of other stuff. And this is the annotated version of that. So I used global variables for my parameters because I didn't actually implement stacks properly. But this is that loop code in int code. But yeah, it works. It's kind of cool. Roller says there's this repo. Oktoberfest 2020 Fizzbuzz. 470 forks, no open pull requests. 1,000 mits. Has anyone else done int code? They have not. Okay, what is there? I guess we can do that. Hey, what's up? How do I say your name? Kai V? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. Fork this repository, add your solution to the folder with the name of your language. If there is no folder for your language, create one, name your file, and a fitting description. But you can't. Comment the first line of your file if possible. Use whatever commenting syntax is supported by the language used. There isn't one. Top 5 personal favorites. It's now up to 12. There are more than 5 solutions now, but I don't want to change the title here because that would break a lot of links and references to it. I see. Alright, I guess we can contribute to this one. Gotta clone my other one. I think it's fizz-buzz. Yeah. But anyway, it doesn't quite fit their requirements, but I'm sure they'll tell me in a pull request, in pull request comments. Add int code solution. What did I actually put in the description for this one? That true int code does not have comments, so opted for a readme file and specialized file names. If you'd like me to adjust them. Anyway, hopefully that's good enough. And y'all can +1 this if you want to. I wonder if their output is slightly different, because yeah, like what is their... They have like a plain text output for what it's supposed to match. Because mine might not match exactly what theirs is supposed to look like. I guess I could just Notepad++. Oh no. Oh, this is just literally printing it out. It's kind of lame. That's kind of lame. Also, it's carriage return line feed. I guess theirs is new line delimited instead of comma delimited. Does it actually say that somewhere in their thing? Anyway, I think that probably qualifies, but fuck it. We'll see what they say. Look at the last paragraph. Do they talk about it here? I'm not looking for normal solutions, you know, the ones you find in a book. I'm looking for something interesting, whether that's a fancy one-liner in a language of your choice, perhaps some funny essay, or maybe an intentionally weird solution that you don't even quite understand yourself. Be sure to document those. Anyhow, the goal is to have fun and maybe even learn a thing or two. Okay, cool. Fuck it. Thanks, good enough. But anyway, yes, we did do that. And it does work. SDK said, you just had a line that boiled down to variable comma equals r value. What does the comma do without anything after it? Did I have one in here? I have one with an underscore here, just slightly different. Are you talking about in here? But essentially what that does is it unpacks a one-length iterable. So you can say like y comma equals x. This is the same as like a tuple, a multi-assignment here. So if you did, you know, xy equals 1, 2, that's going to unpack 1 and 2 into those variables. And of course you can do that with a one-length thing, like so. And in tuples, parentheses actually don't mean anything except for empty tuples. Empty tuples are the only case where parentheses are important. So you can just leave them out, and so that's what this is. I do plan to put this in a video at some point. Actually talked about that last stream, but haven't made the video yet. Haven't had time to record, but yes, it will be a thing. Roller says I didn't add a comment with my name, so it shouldn't be a problem. Oh, cool, nice. Hey, welcome back, Shazerbat. Good to see you. Can't do it with y equals x0 instead of doing weird hacks? You can, but then if your data is malformed, your code will silently accept the wrong data. So, like, you could do x equals z0. That will work. But, you know, z should never have two values, so it's, you know, it's a slight bit of assertion that your code, your input value is what you expect. Inez Duggan says, what is the deploy system? I am planning to use autoscaling groups with launch templates and AMIs as my immutable primitives. And essentially what I'm doing is creating a new launch template and then scaling up and scaling down the ASG to cycle the instances to use the new launch template. Was it earlier this stream? I think it's been several streams in a row. Buggetscon says, hi, came, and now I gotta go. Bye. Well, thanks for stopping by. See you around. I'll even come back and it's still this picture. Well, somebody else asked what's going on, so yeah, that's what we're doing. But yes, Fizz of the Buzz is this thing here. We have notifications. Oh, I have so many emails. Oh, I have a new sponsor. That's cool. Someone sponsored me on GitHub. That's awesome. Yeah, just stuff to look at. I'll look at it later. I'll look at it right now. Grumble, 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 grumble. You missed MS Paint. It's true. It's true. We did some drawing. You missed. I feel like we need an emote for Paint. Because I feel like I use Paint a lot on stream. What was I doing? I don't even remember what I was working on. Oh, we've got the target AMI and we have the current AMI. Cool. So now we need to what? We need to create a launch config version. Or launch template version. I keep mixing up the two. Hey, what's up, Faria Sedu? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Joel says, getting some shit I have fun. Oh, yeah, I'm getting tired too. I thought this was gonna be like a one stream thing, and this is like the second stream that I'm probably not gonna finish this on. But it's more complicated than I thought it was gonna be. Okay, let's see if we can find... We should probably check if there's a launch config that already has this. So let's see if there's a API for that. Describe launch template. Describe launch. Oh. It was there, it just lagged super hard. This page is huge, by the way. That's why it's so laggy there. Okay, so I can probably use launch template ID and then filters to get what I want out of this. Yeah. Filters. Image ID. Oh, perfect. Perfect. That's exactly what I want. Try launch template version equals okay, so if we already have one, we'll do this. Otherwise, we need to create one. It's not implemented. Error. Create launch template version. Oops. Never mind. We won't make that better. Oh, yeah, we can. Git launch template runner by SG. SG, and we'll also have git launch template by my. We also need the template ID. Template ID filters equals name image ID values. AMI. So this will return a value error, I believe. Yeah, cool. Hey, what's up, Roberto Adge? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. Gail says, it's more complicated than I thought it was going to be. Oh no, how the heck do people come up with, like, estimations when they're going to finish things? Poorly. Very poorly. That is the answer. Especially in software. Estimations are hard, and people are bad at them, especially me. Hey, what's up, Dead Body? Hello, hello. Welcome back. Shadow Bluffy says, what's your typing speed? On this keyboard, I can hit 130 words per minute. On this keyboard over here, I can hit, like, 115. But fast enough is the answer. Fast enough. Dang it. I think I'm just going to replace the word launch template with template everywhere. Oh, didn't want to do that one. For this one. I wonder if this fits on one line now. It does. Cool. I'm missing you click your mouse though. I don't know. I have no idea. Deadbody says, notice you're using your One Piece keyboard. Yes! Yes, the chatbot did its thing! I have an autoresponder for various forms of this sentence. But no, I am not using Vim. I get so excited whenever the chat does this. Or whenever the bot does this. I know it's really dumb, but I really like it. Um. Okay. Make sure this still works. Cool. And this should... Fiddlers. Great. Great. I was just wondering something about that. You always use Babby. What are your thoughts on Vim? Vim's fine, I guess. There's a fun clip of me talking about Vim. I've used Vim before. I just prefer to use my own text editor. And I prefer to use Nano over Vim. Even. Wait, what is the thing? What is this clip? The Joker Original says, Anthorite's code question. I have a script that does a thing to where you do a thing. It does a thing, so I can't get the script to be part
Oh, I remember
that
this.
does the thing. I'm so fucking confused. Tries adding two numbers, gets a random thing from a thing, and adds thing to a list of things. What is your opinion on why it doesn't work? I think it doesn't work because you didn't do the thing that you need to do the thing for the thing. And
Okay, sorry, don't mean to get distracted.
where is the I think it's in the top of all time. Yeah, Anthony's opinion on Vim. No. Vim's just wrong.
Vim's just wrong.
There was another one that was also about Vim. Use Emacs, kids. Is it this one? Use Emacs, kids. That's a similar idea, not the same though.
Indeed.
Not the same, but anyway. Vim's fine. Vim's fine. Were they having a stroke when they asked? No, they were just trolling me. Shadow Buffy says, "Do you leet code?" Nah, fuck leet code. I'm better than that shit. Type dict. Filters. Oh. That's dumb. Non-implementer. Create launch template version. I also want to see what happens if we give it a bogus thing here. Yeah, we should improve the error message there. Actually, we should probably make our own type instead of evaluator there. Class not found error. Not found error. I should probably also do it for the other one, which is this one. Couldn't find AMI from revision that. Cool. And this should give us this inner not found error. Cool. Cool. Shots fired. Yeah. Okay, so now we need to create a launch template version. Here. Create template. Create template. Current template.id target AMI.id. Create template ID stir AMI stir shoot other image ID. Exactly 80 characters. Exactly 79 characters. Okay, so we need to figure out the API for creating a template version. It eventually found it. Okay. We're always going to create from the default version. And launch template data. Okay. EC2 clients. Create launch template version. Launch template ID equals template ID. Source version equals default. I wonder if source version is optional here. Source version, the version number. The new version inherits the same launch parameters as the source version except for the parameters you specify in launch template data. Snapshots applied to the block are ignored. Doesn't say whether it's required or not. I guess we can look here and see what's required. Oh, we can do a item potency check here. Not that I think we're gonna be creating so many of these that it's gonna matter. Required? No. What do you default to? Who fucking knows? Who fucking knows? Not me, that's for sure. Launch template data. Image ID. I think this is all we need to do. Show me the code. Oh, there we go. Resp. Hey, what's up, Sugarmouth? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. Launch template version. Ha! Cool. So... that's nice. I actually want to delete that so that we can try this code again. Create templates. Return. I think I called these all res instead of resp. Return launch launch template version dot from dict res launch template version. Wow, I typed template twice in a row without making a typo. That is amazing. That is amazing. Okay. This should pick up our existing launch template version, which is this at version 2. And if we go and delete that in the EC2 thing, launch templates this. How do I change? How do I look at the versions? Versions 2. Delete. Yes. Okay. So now we should create one. So we should fail that, and then we should create one. Aha! That's pretty cool. And now if we look at status instead of deploy. Oh, that's weird. These are in not the order that I expected. Basic PH says, gotta go now. Have a nice stream. Well, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you around. Cool. Oh man, yeah, I'm coming up on 4 hours. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call a stream for today. I'm getting pretty close to getting stuff working here. I'm probably gonna work on this later, but I'm hungry. I need a nap. But yeah, let me do my little spiel, and then we'll send you guys off to another channel. But my name is Anthony. I upload my previous content to YouTube. That's youtube.com/AnthonyWritesCode. You can find some educational videos as well as my previous streams up there. Check those out. I try and upload almost daily, but I'm not super... Sometimes I forget to record, or I don't feel like recording, so I don't record videos. But I try and upload about once a day. I stream on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, and I announce my streams in 2 places. One of those is on Twitter. That's twitter.com/codewithanthony. It's different than my Twitch channel, because I haven't told this one in a while, but Anthony Writes Code doesn't fit as a Twitter handle, and it would have had to been Anthony Writes COD, and yeah, so it's Code with Anthony instead of that. Hey, what's up, Frederick? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream, and I also announced them on Discord, which you guys are free to join. It is a small programming Discord. There's a beginner section if you want to ask your questions there. There's also, you know, other similar interest stuff there, but check that out. And thank you all for watching, and let's go find someone to raid.